Good morning, Year 1. Today for writing, we are going to be thinking a little bit about the concept of a hero. I wonder if you have heroes in your life. In the book Fire by Jackie French, she portrays the firefighters as heroes. She talks about the role that the firefighters played in the fires, protecting Australian homes and Australian towns from being burnt down and lives being destroyed from fires ravaging them. The firefighters were out there fighting the fires, being away from their homes and away from their families, working hard to save ours. So we know that the firefighters are heroes, and last week we wrote them letters to say thank you for their bravery and their courage. They're two features that heroes have. Today we're going to zoom out a little bit and think about what other heroes we have in our lives. And then you're going to choose one of those heroes and write a piece of writing telling me all about your hero. Who they are, what they do, and why they are a hero to you. So I've brainstormed behind me before you got here some different heroes that I could think of. You might be able to think of other heroes to add to my list. You might say your favourite sports player is your hero. So perhaps you follow the AFL, perhaps you follow soccer, perhaps you follow other sports. Mrs. Dobbin is not much of a sport follower, but whatever sport you watch on telly or you follow, your favourite player from your team might be your hero. You might be so excited to watch them every time your favourite team plays. You might look up to them and they might be a real hero to you. Who else could be a hero? Your mummy or your daddy. Your mummy or your daddy literally give up their whole life to care for you and love you. So your hero might be your mummy or your daddy. And one of my heroes is definitely my mum and my dad. Your hero might be a music star. Perhaps you have a favourite singer or a favourite band, or maybe a CD you listen to with mum or dad, and maybe the singer on there or the musician is your hero, someone you really look up to and admire. Perhaps your hero is Jesus or God. Jesus is really our ultimate hero, everyone on the planet's hero, for he came down from heaven where he was nice and comfy and cozy, and he was the king and ruler of heaven. He did not have to leave, but he left the coziness of his home in heaven and he came to earth where there were lots of bad things going on, as we know, lots of sin in our earth, and he came down to save us. So he really is our ultimate hero. No matter who you choose to write about today, if you're a Christian and you believe in God and you've put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, I know that your ultimate hero is Jesus, or God, because Jesus is God. Maybe a teacher at ICS is your hero. A hero is someone we really admire. We look to them and we think, wow, when I grow up, I really want to be like Mr. Jones. When I grow up, I really want to be so musical and creative like Mrs. Peters. When I grow up, I want to be so kind, just like Mrs. Hick. You might have a favourite teacher at ICS, or maybe they're not your favourite, but maybe just someone you look up to, and they're a real hero in your eyes. Lastly, perhaps your hero is your favourite character, maybe in a book that you've read, or a movie that you've seen, or a TV series that you watch. Maybe one of the Octonauts is your hero because you just think he is the coolest character and you look up to him and he's got qualities that you really admire. All right, I want you to think in your head, who is your hero? Hold that thought and we're going to do some writing on your hero today. We're going to play a game first. If you're at school, I would love you to jump on up. This is like our odd or even game where you get to vote by putting your hands either on your head or on your bottom. School teacher, you might like to pause and get the students ready for the game. If you're at home, you can do this by sitting down and following along, putting your hands on your head or your hips, depending on what you think the answer is. I'm going to read you some sentences. Remember, a sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. And it says something. It has an idea. So I'm going to read you some sentences and I want you to vote, are they true, hands on head, or false, hands on hip? A reminder that true means that yes, they are right. False means no, that's wrong. All right. Heroes are always perfect. True or false? If you're at school, the teacher might like to pause it to give the students time to have a little think and a vote. Heroes aren't always perfect because there is only one person that has ever lived on planet Earth that's been completely perfect. Do you know who that person is, boys and girls? Jesus Christ. Yeah? Jesus is the only person that was ever able to be completely perfect because he was God. The rest of humankind are born with sin deep down in our heart, and that's why we need forgiveness so badly from God, because we have sin in our heart from the moment we're born that needs to be dealt with before we can be friends with God. So no, even our heroes, hands on hip, are not perfect. Next sentence. Heroes stand for something. What does that mean? Heroes stand up for someone or something, maybe for a cause, maybe for people, like how the firefighters protected our homes. They stood up for people in their homes. So true or false? Heroes stand for something. True. Next sentence. Heroes are sometimes unnoticed. That means that people don't say thank you to them all the time. Maybe sometimes they're walking around their home community without anyone stopping them and giving them a pat on the back and saying thank you. They're just going around their lives unnoticed. True or false? Heroes are sometimes unnoticed. True. Just because you're a hero doesn't mean that everyone knows the good things you do. Sometimes the most amazing heroes are really humble at heart, which means they don't go around telling everyone of the amazing things they've done. They just quietly go about doing good things, and they don't care whether people thank them or not. They do it out of the goodness of their heart. Next sentence. Heroes help others. Heroes help others. True or false? Do heroes help others? True or false? Yes, you're right. Heroes do help others. True. Next sentence. Heroes can be fake. True. Do you think heroes can be fake sometimes or false? I think true. I think people maybe can pretend to do good things, but deep down their heart is not in a good place. I'd say true. Heroes may have abilities others want. So heroes may be able to do things that other people wish they could do. True or false? I would say true. Heroes are often people who are very brave or very courageous, and we look up to them because we would like to be very brave or very courageous ourselves. Heroes tell everyone about what they do. True or false? I hope you said false, because a true hero just does good things out of the goodness of their heart. They don't do good things to get thanks from others. They would hopefully still do those good things even if no one was watching, because God is always watching everything we do, whether there are other humans around to see us and thank us or not. So hopefully a hero would still be good even if other people weren't around to see it and thank him for it. Last one. Anybody can be a hero. True or false? Yeah, I'd say true. We can all be heroes right now in our life by sharing love and compassion and kindness to those around us and stepping in to help others when they need help. Alrighty, today your task is to choose a hero in your life, maybe one of these people on the board or maybe someone else you've thought of, and write to me and tell me who they are, what they do, and why they're a hero to you. Why do you look up to them? What's so special about them? I would love you to try and do a full page of writing you one. If you're a great writer and you're up for a challenge, more than one page would be amazing. And when you're finished, take a photo of your work and upload to Seesaw. If you're at school, I would like you to do this writing in your holiday learning book. If you're at home, you can choose how you would like to present your writing about a hero. You could do a PowerPoint presentation, a keynote presentation. You could create a poster. You could create a little brochure or a booklet all about your hero. You could staple pages together and make a book and do some drawing and writing throughout your book about your hero. Or you could just do handwriting like the kids at school in your holiday learning book. Or you might like to type it up on a computer or an iPad. If you're at home, you have a little bit more flexibility and freedom as to how you choose to do your writing today. I'm looking forward to seeing your wonderful work, Year 1, on Seesaw.